Hello and welcome back to my channel. First, I just want to say that I am so sorry it has been so long since I last posted a video. If you were following me on TikTok, you would have seen I've been very active on TikTok, and I think I just needed to take a little bit of time to be able to find a balance between how much I'm going to be filming for TikTok and YouTube, but I think I'm all good now, and I am back on YouTube posting and filming, which makes me so incredibly happy because I miss it so much. But that brings me to today's video, which is a what I eat in a day, because I thought that would just be a good video to come back with, and I don't really have much else to say. Besides that, if you're wanting to keep up with a lot of more things that I'm doing, make sure to go follow my TikTok. It is the same as my YouTube, at @AshleyWicka. And yeah, it's currently breakfast time, and I'm going to be making some fall inspired, even though it is in the middle of a heat wave where I'm living, where every single day it's like 105 degrees. We're going to pretend that doesn't exist, and we're going to make a fall oatmeal because I have some apples that I want to use. I'm definitely going to cook this up with some pumpkin pie spice, maybe if I have any like pecans or walnuts. For the oatmeal, I don't have too many crazy things to cook it with. Almond milk, of course, oats. I'm always using quick cooking oats because I think it just gives oatmeal the best texture. And then I'm going to be adding some ground flax, chia seeds, and then some sweetener. It'll either be maple syrup or date syrup, whatever I end up choosing. But let's get cooking. Neither of these two things are very difficult or require that much instruction, so let's get started. Both the oatmeal and apples are done, so it's time to plate. And I didn't end up adding any sweetener into the oats because I thought it would look cuter to drizzle it on top. So I'm gonna save the sweetener until after I plate it all. Next goes the apples, which I just cooked these in some coconut oil, pumpkin pie spice, and then I added on some of this apple cinnamon seasoning at the very last second. I decided to put it into this little, I don't even know what to call this, mug bowl thing that I got, because it looked fall-esque, but now I'm realizing I should have chose my other one because now it's going to be hard to see all my toppings since it's such a small bowl. So first, I'm just adding on some coconut yogurt. This is my favorite thing to add to oatmeal. Honestly, oatmeal without like plant milk yogurt is so depressing to me now because I don't know what it does, but I think if you have never put yogurt on your oatmeal, please do it. It makes it so much better. And then I'm going to add some almond butter because I looked at my pantry and I have no pecans, no walnuts, not even whole almonds. I have no nuts to go on top. Okay, and the very last ingredient is the sweetener that I chose, which ended up being date syrup. So I'm going to drizzle that on top, and then breakfast is served. And I am very excited. I will definitely be eating this in the air conditioning though because I have to turn it off to film. It is so hot. I'm about to eat a bowl of hot oatmeal too. So here's breakfast. I'm gonna go enjoy this, and I will see you all either at a snack or lunchtime, but I think it'll probably be lunch because I honestly got a late start to breakfast and I have such an exciting lunch coming. I'm really excited to make it, so I'll see you then. Good afternoon, it is lunchtime, and the reason why I'm so excited for lunch is because I'm gonna be using the BuyDeems Intelligent Food Steamer only to make my lunch. This is the only appliance or cooking material that I will be using today, and that is so much fun. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for BuyDeems for sponsoring this video, but you did hear me right. This appliance has 7 different uses. It is a steamer, slow cooker, yogurt machine, sterilizer, thawing machine, and baby food machine, all in this one single appliance. And of course, because it's multifunctional, it saves so much space because this is how big the appliance is, and if you had 7 separate appliances, you could never fit 7 separate appliances into the shape of this. The size of this is so much smaller than all those combined. But that brings us to lunch today. I'm gonna be making a Thai coconut curry with steamed rice and steamed vegetables, all in one go. So of course, when you're cooking multiple things at once, not everything takes the same amount of time to cook, but luckily with this, because it is cooked in levels, you can put the things that take the most time to cook on the bottom and then add on a second level whenever it's needed to cook the second half of your meal. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing because of course everyone knows steaming rice takes a lot longer than steaming some cut vegetables. So I'm going to start by removing both of the top 2 level trays. Now that we're at the bottom level, I'm going to remove the final steamer tray, the sauce tray, and the energy ring. And this leaves us with just the very bottom because we are going to be using the slow cooker stew pots that are right here, and they'll sit right in the bottom. Typically, if you were just steaming regularly without the stew pots, you would pour the water in using these little inlets on either side. But because I am using the stew pots and doing slow cooking, I will be pouring the water directly into the machine. I know I mentioned using the stew pots for rice, which of course I am going to be steaming rice in there, but I'm also going to be using the second stew pot to make the coconut milk curry sauce. So we're actually going to get started on that first, and then I'll pour in the rice to the second one, and then we'll start steaming, which I'm so excited for. So of course, first I'm going to start out with a can of coconut milk, full fat, always full fat. And then of course, obviously the second ingredient is curry paste. I'm going to be using red curry paste, by the way. Just about 2 tablespoons of the curry paste added into the coconut milk. About a tablespoon of tamari, coconut aminos, soy sauce, whatever you have, whatever you like. Of course, some salt and pepper. Then a tablespoon of whatever sugar you like. I'm just gonna be using like plain raw cane sugar. And then the last 2 ingredients for the coconut curry sauce are some diced white onion and minced garlic. So I'm gonna mix this all together, and then that is it for the sauce. Lid can go on the first jar, and then the second one we're just gonna do the rice. I am using today organic jasmine rice. Into the stew pot and then followed with water, and it's really that easy. And now I'm just gonna put on the second lid and place both the stew pots into the slow cooking portion of the steamer. Okay, I brought you guys a little bit closer just to do the final setup. We're gonna put on this piece, and then next we're gonna add on the steamer rack, and of course I'm keeping this along with the second level. Right now I'm just doing the rice and the curry sauce, but in a little bit of time I'm going to be adding some tofu and veggies onto here. Then we're just going to put on the lid and make sure it's secure. And from here we can go ahead and plug the machine in. Here, turn on. And rice takes about 40 minutes in total, so I'm going to first set this to 40 minutes. Okay, and there you go. It's that easy. As you saw, I set it to slow cook along with the time being at 40 minutes. Since rice takes 40 and veggies and tofu only take about 10, I'm gonna wait until the timer gets to 30 minutes, and then I'll be back to add on some broccoli, bell peppers, carrots. I think that's it for veggies, and then some tofu that we're gonna put on the second level up here. Then in the last 10 minutes of the rice and sauce cooking, the veggies and tofu can cook at the same time, and it'll be finished together. There's 14 minutes left on the timer, so I only have 4 minutes to get all my tofu and veggies prepared. I probably should have got started on this a little bit sooner, but I have some bell peppers, carrots, and some broccoli in here. So I'm gonna go cut these up along with some high protein tofu that I'm gonna be putting in and steaming as well. As you had seen, I cut up the veggies and tofu and placed them on the second rack for the remaining 10 minutes, but the timer actually just went off. So the whole meal should be done now, and I'm so excited. So let's start by taking off the lid. Now I'm gonna remove the second level to reveal the stew pots. So of course, first going into the bowl needs to be the rice. So I'm gonna remove the rice stew pot, and it looks amazing. It looks like it's perfect. The rice is so fluffy, it turned out perfect just as it would if I made it in like a normal rice cooker. But now I'm gonna add on the veggies, which also like perfectly steamed. They're definitely cooked and very tender, but I really don't like when steamed veggies are like soggy and soft and weird. This is not that at all. They have a perfect texture, and the tofu too. Okay, and then the very last stew pot is of course the coconut curry sauce. I could not forget that. Ooh, please be good. This is a new recipe that I've never used, so I hope it tastes good. I mean, it's not quite a recipe, it's very simple, but still. This smells amazing. I'm gonna pour this on top, and then our meal is finished. had curry in the longest time, and that's why I needed to make it. But seriously, the steamer is the quickest and simplest way to make healthy food. I mean, it produces steam in less than a minute, so it doesn't take any prior heating and preparation, and steaming is one of the most healthy ways to cook food as it retains most of the nutrients. But it's time for a taste test. Oh yeah, this is so good. I'm honestly just so shocked at how I can cook so many different things at once, and every single one of these components is cooked perfectly. So if you want one for yourself, of course, the link will be in the description, but they're actually currently doing a giveaway right now that ends on the 21st if you want to win one for yourself, which I highly recommend entering that because I would not pass up the opportunity to win one of those. So the link is in the description if you want to check that out. So that is about it for lunch. I'm going to eat this and then clean up. So I will see you all at dinner. Goodbye. Hello, it is dinner time, and I apologize for the weird lighting. We are right before sunset, so it's a little weird right now, but I am making a falafel bowl for dinner. I have broccoli and falafel in the oven right now, and then some quinoa cooking in my rice cooker. I'm definitely gonna add on a few raw veggies to go with it. So first, I'm just gonna cut up this carrot. Now that the carrots are chopped up, I'm going to move on to cucumbers, which I think is, no, lettuce. I have lettuce too actually in the fridge I need to cut up. But besides lettuce, which is like the base, the only two raw veggies that are going on are gonna be cucumbers and carrots. But my cucumbers right now, I don't know if you can see if it'll focus, but they're cut into chairs. I made a TikTok where I cut cucumbers into chairs. If you want to go check that out for some reason, I thought it was pretty fun. But now I have to cut these into non-chairs, so sorry about that. I don't really want chairs in my bowl, so we're gonna put them into normal bite-sized cucumber pieces. I got everything else prepared, but I think that my broccoli and falafel are ready, so I'm gonna take them out, and they look great. Okay, and then the veggies that I cut up, the cucumber chairs that are gonna be in really weird shaped pieces because they were all cut from chairs, carrots, and then I actually ended up cutting up some tomatoes, but I wasn't lying about the only two raw veggies because technically tomatoes a fruit. Original bitchin' sauce. I got this Cali kraut, which is basically just some sauerkraut with jalapenos, horseradish, garlic, I don't know, a bunch of things on it, but I got it from my local farmer's market and it is absolutely amazing. Also really wish I had pickled onions right now, but I'm all out. So sauerkraut is my next best option. It's still, you know, a pickled, fermented veggie. Hemp seeds, I don't know if I've posted about this on TikTok yet, or don't know if I posted about it on YouTube yet. I absolutely have posted about it on TikTok. I have been adding hemp seeds to every single thing I've been eating, savory or sweet. I mean, with some exceptions, but I honestly think they taste fine and everything because you really don't taste them. And unlike, you know, chia, flax seeds, they don't have a super distinct texture when you're eating them in a bowl of other things. So it just adds a bunch of omegas, and 3 tablespoons is 10 grams of protein. So if I eat 3 in each meal a day, that's 10 grams of protein. They don't even notice that I'm eating, which I think is super cool. Enough of my spiel about hemp seeds. Now we are on to the last thing, which is tahini. I'm gonna put some of that on the lettuce, and our bowl is all finished, and I am so excited to go eat this. Okay, dinner has been served. Bowls like this will never get old. I think my favorite meal to make in general is just putting a bunch of random savory foods that I have in a bowl and calling it a meal, but it always turns out good. I feel like I've never made one that tastes bad. Don't take my word for that and go ahead and add any savory foods you want to a bowl and then be mad at me that doesn't taste good though. That I can't really help you with. So I'm gonna go eat this. I'm currently watching a true crime story on some chicken coop murders, so I'm gonna go watch that. And then I think I'm actually gonna end the video right here, but I absolutely will know that I'll be eating a few things, so I wanna talk about those. First, not that exciting, I have these hint of lime cassava chips that I got from Sprouts, and they are honestly not good. I don't recommend them, but I'm eating them because I have them and I want them to be eaten. And then Sprouts gave me something good. I got some of their vegan superfruit muffins. Super tasty. I think I still like plain blueberry muffins a little bit more, but I think these have raspberries, cranberries, blueberries, apples, and walnuts in them. So they're pretty tasty, so I'm definitely gonna be eating one of these. So I'm eating both of those tonight as a snack, but as for dinner, this is it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy to be back posting and filming YouTube videos again. And once again, thank you so much to BuyDeems for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out the link in the description, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!